Hi all. I would like to discuss with you something today interesting. Before I would like to bring out the title, what I'm going to discuss with you, you have to guess what the title it could be. And here you can see, I want to give you a line which is extracted from a movie called Troy. I just want to read that sentence out now. You can observe it. All the warlords loved by the gods, but I ate him the most. And here you can see all the warlords loved by the gods, but I hate him the most. Until you see the English, description, the sentence, you cannot predict what is going to happen. And how Americans speak the language, how Britishers speak the language, that is totally different than how we speak. And here, because they come under native speakers, and the way they speak, it is totally different than non-native speakers, what we speak. So to perceive the speech sounds, how they are uttering in their dialogues or in the words or in sentences, we have to know about phonetics. Our title is phonetics, and you can see now what are speech sounds. Speech sounds are vocal sounds that we use to make up words of English language. And we will get to know how to identify each phoneme, each sound in a word, and how to utter it. It will, guide us to utter it, clearly and confidently and correctly. And finally, I would like to give you the importance of speech sounds, how they are, how they are. It is very, very important to understand communication. And otherwise, if you do not use your vocal sounds clearly, and the communication will lack clarity. Because the way you produce every speech sound is very important communication. And there are many people, they pronounce according to their wish, and however they want, they learn, they produce. But here it is not like that. We have a specific study about it and how to produce each sound in a correct manner. And it guides us to, and it motivates us, and it teaches us to go in a specific way. That is called phonetics. Phonetics, what do you mean by phonetics now? And phonetics. And if you take the word phone, which is derived from Greek word, and you can see this meaning of that phone is sound or voice. So when we utter any sound, that how it is produced, and whether that is clearly identifying any speech sound, and it is really communicating to other people to understand what exactly you want to say something, whether you are producing the particular phoneme that you intend to say, and people, whoever understand your pronunciation, whether they are able to understand the pronunciation of that particular phoneme that you wanted to say. And there should not be any confusion in producing speech sound, and also people who perceive your speech sound, they should also get clarity what exactly your pronunciation is about. And next, here you can see what is phonetics. The definition I would like to give you: phonetics is a branch of linguistics, and the study of physical properties of the speech sounds known as phonemes, and how they are produced, transmitted, and perceived by humans. And it is a scientific study of speech sounds. And these speech sounds have main subfields. There are 3 subfields in phonetics: and articulatory, auditory, and acoustic properties, acoustic phonetics. Okay, and here there are 44 speech sounds we have, and 44 sounds have been classified into 2 categories. And one comes under consonants, the other one comes under vowels. And here you can take vowels. Vowels, there are 20 vowels according to English RP, which means received pronunciation. There are 20 vowels, of which 12 comes under monophthongs, the other 8 comes under diphthongs. And I would like to give you classification of each phoneme, each pure vowel. You can see there is a list, and I don't want to go in detail. You can see the chart, and how each sound gets produced. You can see that. Now these 12 pure vowels are divided into 3 vowel categories, 3 streams. You can say 3 positions we can take into consideration. And if you see some, there are 3 considerations and 3 positions in tongue position. This is the tongue position. You can see that, and front, central, and back vowels. And you can see there are 4 front vowels, and 3 comes under central vowels, and 5 comes under back vowels. And if you take 4 front vowels, E, A, and central vowels, O, A. Back vowels, U, O, A. So actually, before I would like to give you this, I want to give you how to study vowels. You can observe there are 3 types we can study. There are 3 ways of studying vowels. And first of all, we would like to go through the height of the vowel. And secondly, we'll try to see whether the phoneme is rounded or unrounded. And we change lip position while producing that particular phoneme, that particular sound. And next one is whether this is that phoneme is lengthened or shortened. Yeah, and here you can see when a phoneme is followed by 2 dots. If a phoneme consists of 2 dots immediately, then you can consider it as a long vowel. If there is no dots for any phoneme, it is considered to be short vowel. This is the fundamental. And so there are 3 ways of studying these vowels. And you can see front vowels. I already produced front and center, central, and back vowels. You can see the tongue position here. And I'm going to give you examples for that now. You can just see E. And you can take initial position. Now I have given examples for these symbols according to initial, medial, and final positions. Some of the sounds will not be represented in initial or back positions. You can see wherever it is possible in 3 positions I have given words. You can observe here E for E sound, eagle. And middle position, feet, and final position, it represents employee. I highlighted with the red color. You can see where that symbol represents in that word. And the second letter, E, because there is no dots. There are no 2 dots here. And here, issue, pick, diary. In issue, you can see first letter represents a short vowel E, and middle, you can see that middle it happens pick, and final also diary. Okay, and here third letter A represents envelope, benefit. Okay, and the fourth one A. It is not there in Telugu alphabet also. That is why it is quite difficult to understand. And you can observe the pronunciation. First of all, you have to look at the word. After looking at that word, you will come to know the pronunciation. Okay. Anthem, hand, mat. There is no end. There is no final position for this sound. That is why I have not given there. Next symbol, about, and system. Next symbol, board, and word, o, it represents o. Okay, and next one is central vowel, last vowel is fun. It is a short vowel. Fun, love, and come. Okay, and now I'm going to back vowels. Ooh, it represents it sounds as ooh. You can also see my lips position, my tongue, my mouth position. It is rounded. Okay, ooh. Examples: boot, group, beautiful. Okay, and next to vowel, sharp vowel, oo. Put, look, book. Okay, next vowel, o. It represents in rob, top, watch. Okay, and o, long vowel, o, all, and walk. And finally, we end with the long vowel, article, and hard, hard. And people tend to pronunciate when if there is a long vowel, then they try to make it short. If that is a rounded vowel, and they try to spread the mouth and produce it like a unrounded vowel. That is why there are some problems occurred by many people in BTech colleges. That is why I have come up with this concept to discuss with you, where you have to keep your position, tongue position and mouth position round, and where you have to spread your mouth position, and where you have to maintain your long and short vowels. This will definitely make you aware which sound, which phoneme, how it should be pronounced in a word. Okay, by looking at this, you can easily understand. Now I am going to discuss with you diphthongs. Diphthongs, which means it is a glide. Okay, and diphthong means is a sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable, and in which the sound begins from one vowel to the other vowel towards another vowel, as in coin, loud, and side. Okay, and I, and these the two diphthongs we have in Telugu alphabet also, I and ow. Likewise, and here we have 8 diphthongs. In phonetics, we have 8 diphthongs and 12 pure vowels, 8 diphthongs. Total together 20 vowels. Remaining 24 comes under consonants. Let us see 8 diphthongs, how they are produced. Ia, ea, ua. A, I, oi. Ow, ow. Yeah, it is somehow difficult. If you look at the words where the sound represents, then you can easily understand. Okay, you can see the chart also. Now we are going to see the examples for the 8 diphthongs. And ear, and the word is ear, and in middle position here, in final position we say dear, dear. And ear, air, chair, rare. Ua, tua, poor, sure. A, either, say, pray. I, sight, pie. Oi, oil, voice, boy. Ow, gal, sow, bow. Ow, out, count, and pound. Right. So for each diphthong, we have a specification the way it comes out. slightly different, but there is a unique pronunciation for each sound. So, and until you practice through words, until you identify this pronunciation in words, you cannot remember or you cannot practice it. So you have to understand where the sound represents to, in which word it is represented, in which position of the word it is represented. If you are able to highlight it, if you are able to identify like that, you can bring up every word according to phonetics, and phonemically you become strong in the usage of your English communication gets really better. And how this really helps you to achieve something, your goal, which means, and when you want to go for your interviews, and when you want to work in MNCs, when you want to apply for any MS or any other PG programs, if you want to go abroad, definitely this phonetics will help you based on your language. Then they will try to give you a good grades and all. Okay, and people try to conduct a test like IELTS, GRE, TOEFL based on only language maximum. So this is what I want to convey. Each phoneme is very, very important. The way you produce that sound makes people to understand easier. So concentrate on this and try to learn every sound through word. Example, you take any example, then that will help you. You have to identify where this sound represents in that word, whether it is represented in initial position, middle position, or final position. Of course, some sounds cannot be represented in final or initial, but you can leave them, and whatever the sound comes in that word, you try to highlight, you try to produce according to the phonetics rules. Then that will definitely bring the difference between normal English speakers and phonetically whatever they come up with. Okay, it really fetches good identity to you, and it will definitely make a mark in your speech. Okay, thank you all.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.